Hi, my name's Mark. I'm from London, England, and this is assignment 2 of Introduction to Music Production at Coursera.org. I'm going to run through some important editing tasks in Logic Pro 9. Okay, I'm going to start off with a bit of audio that I recorded earlier, just a bit of chuggy guitar. Let's have a quick listen to what it sounds like. Okay, you get the idea. First thing I'm going to do is create 3 tracks, and then I'm going to copy this region into the other tracks by holding down the Alt key, left click, hold and drag onto each track. So give me something to play with. I'm going to mute all the tracks I'm not currently working on. So I'm going to be working on track 2. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is set a loop. You turn loop on and off in Logic by clicking in this bar up here, and you get a green bar. Also turn it on and off down here. You set the loop start and end points by moving the mouse to the start or the end, get square brackets, left click, hold and drag. So I can drag the start and the end point like that. Click stop. Press play. That gives me a good idea. You know, I can just move this loop anywhere I want to and have a quick listen. Nice nifty way to find out little bits of audio that you want to work on. Let's just put it back to where it was. 4, 5. At the moment it's snapping using Smart Snap. You can set the snap up here. It snaps to grid. It either goes to a bar, jumps from first bar, second bar, third bar to fourth bar, etc. Or you can snap it to beats, or you can snap it to division or ticks, which gives you a much finer resolution. Back to beat. So it's jumping a beat length now. Put it back to smart. Again jumping a beat length. So let's just set the start and the end points again like that. It can be a bit fiddly sometimes. Yeah. Right. Okay. I like that bit of audio. I'm going to trim this region on track 2. Again, by setting the start and the end exactly the same way as I did on the loop markers, by moving the mouse to the start and the end and dragging. Let's have a quick listen to that again. Okay, I'm going to zoom in and have a closer look using the zoom tool. Drag over the region and that zooms in. Click to zoom out. So zoom in, zoom in. Now I'm going to use the fade tool and set a fade. What's really nice in Logic is you can just then grab that fade and set the curve. So I'm going to set the curve like that. Set the start of the fade to the start of the region. I'll right click here, I can select slow down, which is a really nice effect. Let's just zoom out. Again, I'm not doing anything to the underlying audio, I'm just messing around with this region that I've defined here. Okay, that's track 2 mess around with. Let's play with track 3. And I'm going to see what the loop sounds like here. Cool, I like that. Get my pointer tool back and I'm going to set the start and the end of this region like that. And then I'm going to drag this region over to here. Drag that loop over there. Let's see what they sound like together. Messy. So let's zoom in. And now I'm going to use the scissors tool to split this region into two. I'll do it here. Now I've got two separate regions. If we press play again, just mute track 2 so we can just listen to track 3. You can see it's as though we've done nothing. The next thing I'm going to do is use the mute tool and then mute the first section. Okay, let's zoom out and let's hear what both those tracks sound like together. Quite an interesting effect. I think track 2 sounds a bit loud, so let's just pull that down a wee bit. Okay, now on to track 3, and let's have a listen to the loop at bar 3. Okay, like that. Go back to the pointer tool. I'm going to set the region to bar 3, bar 3 to 4, and we're going to drag this to there. Move the loop over. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, let's listen to them all together. As you can hear, a bit noisy, a bit messy, it needs proper mixing and everything, but you get the idea of how useful these editing techniques are for post-production. Another very useful thing is if you go into Global Tracks Marker, you can set markers for different positions. So we create a marker there, move the cursor over to there. Create another marker, use the text tool, and we can call this intro and call this section verse. We can also do this with the regions that we've got, so we'll click there using the text tool, and we can call this slow down, and call this one chug, and call this one blast. Another very useful thing to do is to get your color palette up by clicking up here, and you can set colors for all these different things. Let's go back to the pointer tool. Which is nice, allows you to keep a visual check on things. I think that's it. One other aspect I haven't gone into is merge, but I've sort of run out of time, so I'll have to leave that for now. Okay, thanks very much. Cheers.